neighborhood hadn't changed much since I was a kid. I guess it's because there's a limit to how old and dirty and decrepit any given spot on Earth can become. I hadn't been back in a long time, and I wouldn't have gone back when I did if it had been anybody else but Mama Dukas who'd sent for me. Papa and Mama Dukas had owned the corner delicatessen. The store was gone now, so was Papa Dukas. And so were two of the three Dukas boys. Mama had buried them one by one over the last 15 years.
Now, what are you doing in bed this time of day, huh?
Now you know me for the lazy old woman I really am. Thank you for coming, Michael. This letter came this morning. Read it.
The letter was from a Lieutenant Dan Checkers of the 24th Squad, Chicago Police. The last of Mama Dukas' three sons was dead. He had been killed. The letter didn't say how.
I want him home, Michael. You'll go to Chicago for me then?
Sure. I'll go to Chicago.
Thank you, Michael. I'll ask God to bless you for this.
If he'll do it for anyone, Mama Dukas, he'll do it for you.
I caught a plane the next morning, and less than 3 hours later, I was in the Windy City. Lieutenant Checkers operated out of a precinct station house in a no-man's land of filthy streets and rotten tenements.
Yeah, come in.
Lieutenant Checkers?
Yeah, that's right. And you must be Mike Hammer. Well, they called me from downtown, told me that you'd claimed Nick Dukas's body. I expected you to drop around and see me. Mighty glad to meet you. Heard a lot about you.
Oh, I didn't realize how famous I was.
Oh, sit down. What can I do for you?
Yeah, I'd like to find out about Nick Dukas, how he died.
Now, didn't those idiots down at the coroner's office tell you about that?
No.
Well, he was shot.
Yeah, murdered?
I guess you might call it that.
Well, what would you call it, Lieutenant?
Good riddance. Oh, I'm sorry if he was a friend of yours, Mr. Hammer.
He was no friend of mine. I came to Chicago as a favor to his mother.
How much do you know about Nick Dukas?
Not very much. I know that he was a loafer and a grifter, worked as a spieler in carnivals. That is when he worked at all.
The carnival people call him a gazoony, if you know what that means.
I know what that means. It means it was no good.
There's nothing worse than a gazoony.
How about the guy who murders a gazoony?
Yes, you raised a very interesting point there, Mr. Hammer, but, well, now, I just can't worry about things like that.
What do you worry about, Lieutenant?
Oh, the weather, my feet, how the White Sox are doing, my wife's arthritis, and not having enough men to check out 25 felonies and over 100 misdemeanors that take place in my little district every day. It's a mighty long list here, Mr. Hammer. There just ain't enough room on it for the murder of guys like Nick Dukas. Dukas Killing's in this stack here somewhere. Now, one of these days it just might bob up to the top. If it does, okay, but if it don't... Of course, now, with a private detective like you, it's another thing altogether. You can pick and choose. You can take a case or leave it alone. Skim the cream right off the top. See, that is a beautiful suit you're wearing.
Can I see the report on the Dukas killing?
What for?
So I can give his mother some idea of what happened.
Oh, now, I don't see anything wrong with that. Let's see, it's in here someplace. Dukas? Is it Dukas? Well, you know, there was on the bottom all the time. Yeah, you private eyes must really have it made from when I read in those paperbacks and see in the movies and on the TV.
Yeah, oh, it's a ball, Checkers, a ball. Crime, women, and song. Hey, who's this Mr. and Mrs. Harry Tate that he was living with?
Oh, Tate? Oh, he has a watch repair shop out on South Halsted. He and his wife have an apartment in the back. They rented a spare room to Dukas when he's in town.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you going out to talk to the Tates?
I thought he might have left something his mother might want, yeah.
I sure do wish you could stick around in Chicago for a little while. I'd kind of like to watch you operate. Maybe I could pick up a pointer or two.
Looks like you've got all you can do to pick up your feet, Mr. Checkers.
That's the truth, Mr. Hammer. Well, like they say in the song, give my regards to Broadway.
Yeah. Thanks for nothing.
Oh, we got plenty of that.
Can I help you?
Are you Mrs. Tate?
Yes.
Well, my name's Mike Hammer. I'm from New York. I came out here to make arrangements to have Nick Dukes' body shipped home.
Well?
Well, I thought that he might have some personal effects that his mother might like.
Who is it, Bonnie? Who's there?
Oh, Harry, this is Mr. Hammer from New York. He was a friend of Nick's.
Come here to ask a lot of questions about how and why Nick was killed. You can save your breath, mister. Bonnie and me are sick of talking about it and hearing about it.
Oh, Harry, he just came to pick up some of Nick's things.
Then get him. Get out.
They're in here. Oh, don't pay any attention to Harry, Mr. Hammer. He and Nick didn't get along too well.
Well, then why did he live here?
Well, he paid his rent and we needed the money.
Where was Nick killed?
Out back in the alley. He used to come in that way at night after the shop was closed.
I think I'll have a look.
Well, you're making like a detective, Mr. Hammer.
I am Mrs. Tate, a private detective.
Hello, Harry.
What do you want now?
Same thing, Harry.
I told you. Bonnie and me don't know anything about it.
How about Nick's friend?
Nick's friend. Oh, you mean the guy who...
Yeah, where is he? Lock the door.
Where can I find Nick's things?
In here. Those two suitcases.
Huh? Oh, he didn't travel light, did he?
No, he was a regular pack rat.
Rat is right.
Who are the gorillas?
What have you got in those suitcases?
Bricks. I'm on my way to a hod carriers convention. What's it to you?
Very funny. Put them down.
Why, you... Get out of here. Leave us alone.
Get out of the way and stay put. I want you all whistle. Open the bags, Johnny. Grab him. All right, where is it?
Where's what?
Come on, talk.
Hickory dickory dock.
Very funny. Come on. Get up. If he knew anything, he'd have told us by now. Let's go.
Get that stuff back in the suitcase. Then you get out of here. We've had enough trouble here because of you and...
Well, well, well. What's been going on here?
I just had a visit from a welcome wagon, Chicago style.
Hey, somebody beat you up.
Yeah, somebody beat me up.
Now, I find that pretty hard to understand, Mr. Hammer. Well, you're practically a stranger here in town. Why should anybody want to hurt you?
That's Mr. and Mrs. Tate.
We don't know anything about it.
You're lying in your teeth, both of you.
That's a pretty strong accusation, Mr. Hammer.
Listen, what gives with you, Checkers? Nick Dukas is murdered, a couple of goons used me for a bongo drum, and all you do is stand around making like the moderator of a debating society. Those two punks were looking for something.
Any idea what it could be?
No, but they can tell you.
They came here looking for you, not us.
Yeah, that's another thing. Just how do they know where to find me?
Well, that's a very good question, Mr. Hammer, but... Now, you're sure? You're sure that this ain't something personal between you and those two hoods?
No. No, but it is now. I was going back to New York tonight, but now I'm going hunting for those two punks. And when I find them, I'm going to make them wish they had never been born.
Well, I guess I know how you feel, Mr. Hammer, and, well, I'd do the same thing if it was me.
If I were you, Checkers, I'd shoot myself.
Shoot myself, this guy.
I went back to my hotel on a loop and soaked some of the bruises in the bathtub for a half an hour. It'd take some doing to find two nameless stormtroopers in a city of almost 4 million people. But I was going to find them if it took me the rest of my life.
Yeah, Hammer?
Listen, Hammer, I hear you'd like to find a couple of guys who gave you a working over.
Who is this?
Never mind. I can do you a favor. Well, do you want it or don't you?
Sure.
Okay. You got a paper and pencil?
I don't need one. Talk. Yeah, Johnny Boyd. Max Dakin. What's the address?
814 Julian Street. Have it?
Well, Mrs. Tate.
I want to talk to you.
Come on in.
How'd you find me?
I just started calling all the best hotels in town.
Oh, yeah? Why the best hotels?
Now, you struck me as the type of man who travels first class
Oh.
and who's willing to pay for something he wants badly enough.
You got something I want to buy?
I think so. The names of those two guys that beat you up, among other things.
So you were lying to me about him. And your husband, too?
Well, now, leave Harry out of this.
Why should Harry be left out?
You saw him. It's tough enough on him that he has to spend the rest of his life in that wheelchair.
Yeah, and it's even tougher on you, isn't it? Huh?
I can't stand it anymore. Well, not his being an invalid. That isn't it.
No, then what is it?
I don't know myself exactly. Maybe it's because I'm something he owns, you know, like those clocks of his. Well, he has over 100, and he wouldn't sell one, not one, no matter how much he was offered. Well, that's how it is with me. Harry never loved me, not really. I never loved him.
No? Well. Then why did you marry him?
Well, I married Harry for the same reason I want money now. To get out of town. Only then it was to get out of a Tunaville in Iowa. Harry was with a carnival then, did a high wire act. That's how he was hurt almost 4 years ago.
Did you know Nick when you were traveling with the Carney?
Yeah. Once I thought maybe Nick and I would... What?
Nick and you would what?
Oh, what difference does it make? Listen, do you want the names of those two guys or not?
How much are you asking?
Enough for a plane ticket to Tijuana.
What's in Tijuana besides the Agua Caliente racetrack and the Daily Double?
A girlfriend. She is dancing in a nightclub down there. She said she could get me in if I could get down there.
All right, let's hear how those names sound.
Well, the tall, thin one is Johnny Boyd. The other one is Max Dakin. And they have a house at 814 Julian Street. That's the truth.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, how do you know?
Just before you came in here, a man called me, gave me the same information. Go on, take it.
Go on, take it.
Say, I don't understand. Why are you paying me for something you already know?
My first source of information wouldn't give me a name. I wanted to make sure he wasn't sending me up a blind alley. 814 Julian Street was a small one-story house on the south side. The cellar was dank, musty, and as dark as the inside of a hip pocket. Upstairs, a radio was blaring, and that was a break I hadn't counted on. The sound of the radio would cover the squeak of the old stairs. Max and Johnny couldn't have heard me if I'd been on horseback.
You want to go for broke, Max?
What do you want?
Information, lots of it. Like how you knew I was at Harry Tate's. What you were looking for and why you killed Nick Dukas.
I didn't kill him.
You lied to me.
I didn't.
Johnny, then.
No.
Now listen to me, Max, and hear me good. To me, killing you would be like stepping on a bug. Now, maybe you don't believe that. And maybe I'm hoping you don't, so I'll have an excuse to prove it to you.
I didn't bump Nick. That's the gospel. Nick, Johnny, and I, we heisted a currency joint in Logan Square the other night.
Go on.
After the job was over, we separated. Nick had the dough. That was the last Johnny and me saw of Nick or the dough.
Nick was killed the same night?
Yeah.
How did you know that I was at Harry Tate's?
We were tipped by a stoolie by the name of Gabby Barr.
Who told him?
I don't know.
Talk!
I don't know. He said a friend of Nick's was over at Tate's place and that you knew where the dough was.
All right, Max, on your feet.
Hold it, David!
Boyd's dead, Lieutenant.
So's Dakin.
Well, now, you haven't left us much to do, have you, Mr. Hammer?
From the way you were talking in the Tate's place, I didn't think you were planning on doing anything.
Well, now, I don't know what gave you that impression, Mr. Hammer.
You don't, huh?
No, sir. Well, the very moment that I remembered that Nick Dukas had been seen palling with Boyd and Dakin, well, I decided to rush right out here and question them.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about that down in my office. My feet are killing me. You mean to tell me that Dakin admitted...
Now, look, Checkers, if you're gonna book me, I'll leave you my address. You can mail me the summons.
I sure admire a man with your sense of humor, Mr. Hammer. Why, who in the world would believe that just a little over an hour ago you killed two men? Me, when I have to shoot somebody down, I'm in the dumps for a week afterwards.
Yeah.
You? Well, I guess that's just the difference between you private eyes and us ordinary cops.
Knock it off, Checkers.
Oh, I'm going to have to ask to keep your gun for a while, and you stick around town for a few days. I sure wish I knew what happened to that currency exchange money after Dukas was killed.
Have you ever considered buying yourself a Ouija board?
Ouija board?
Yeah, or better yet, you might extend yourself and go down and talk to Mr. and Mrs. Tate.
Mr. and Mrs. Tate, what? Now, why them?
Nick was killed in the alley back of their shop, wasn't he?
Now, do you really believe that either Mr. or Mrs. Tate killed him?
Nick and Tate were not exactly kissing cousins, now were they?
But Tate's stuck in that wheelchair of his. He can't even get out of his shop. You told me yourself that Mrs. Tate offered to sell you the names of Boyd and Dakin. Now, why would she need money if she'd killed Dukas and grabbed that robbery loot? Is something wrong, Mr. Hammer?
Huh? Oh, sorry, Lieutenant. Here, I'll see you later, huh?
Baby, bring that car around!
I think I've got what I want, Mrs. Tate. Is your husband in?
Well, he's lying down resting.
Are these his shoes?
His shoes? Why?
No, Hammer, they're not my shoes.
No, then whose are they?
They were Nick's.
Is that right, Mrs. Tate?
I told you, didn't I?
I'm asking your wife.
What difference does it make?
These shoes are new, but they've been worn. Worn by somebody who can walk.
Well, then they were Nick's. Say, what is this all about? Do you know what
I think
he's
he's
getting
trying
at?
to prove that I can walk.
Why, that's crazy. Harry can't take a step without help.
Yeah, but what if he could?
Then I could have gone out in the alley and killed Nick. That's what you were thinking, wasn't it?
That's right. That's what I was thinking.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I guess you're right. When I remembered throwing these shoes at those punks, I thought I had something. I guess I was wrong. Sorry. That's quite a collection you got here, Tate.
Leave him alone.
Yes, oh, this one looks pretty valuable.
Put it down.
Sure, Tate.
What are you doing?
Here's another
Take your
one.
hands off! Will you stop it? Stop! Stop it! You stop it! Look at it! And you stop it!
Sure.
Take your hands off!
How do you like that one, huh?
No!
How about this one? Oh, that's a nice one.
Harry, you can walk.
You mean you didn't know?
No, she didn't know. Nobody knew. It was about 6 months ago. I began to get more and more feeling back in my legs. The doctor said it might happen that way. I started trying to walk. A few steps at a time. Pretty soon, I was able to walk.
Harry, why didn't you tell me?
Because I thought that wheelchair would be enough to keep you here. But then Nick came back. I heard you tell him that if he got his hands on some money, you'd go away with him.
And that's why you killed him, huh? What was the money that Nick was carrying?
It's in the clock. I didn't want the money. I just wanted to stop Bonnie from going off with Nick. Go ahead and call the cops.
Yeah. Oh, I don't think that'll be necessary. All right, checkers, come on in.
Well, Mr. Hammer, how did you ever guess I was behind this curtain?
Well, you've been breathing down my neck all day. I figured you'd be around here somewhere. Besides, your feet are so big, they were sticking out from under the curtain.
Oh, well, I'll have to remember that, won't I? All right, Bailey. You can take Tate downtown. You better go along with him, man. Well, sir, Mr. Hammer, it sure has been nice knowing you, and if you ever get around Chicago,
you
why,
miserable, lazy, scheming,
Something
finagling
wrong?
flatfoot, is something wrong? If you think that I'm going to do all the work and let you get all the credit, you got another thing coming.
Well, I don't understand.
You don't understand. Well, it took me a little time to figure it out, too, but I finally tumbled.
Do what?
You're the one who tipped off Dakin and Boyd that I come here to pick up Nick Ducas's luggage.
Now, why in the world would I do a thing like that?
For the same reason that you arranged to have me tipped off where I could find Dakin and Boyd. You figured there was a connection somewhere between the three of them, but you couldn't prove it. And then I came along. Now, all I wanted to do was take Nick Ducas's body back to New York. But you figured that if you could stir up enough trouble, you could have the whole case drop right in your lap. Bingo!
Well, I guess it did sort of work out that way, didn't it?
Yeah.
But who would believe that I arranged for it to work out that way? Well, everybody knows that a dumb, ordinary cop like me is not smart enough to pull anything like that on a slick, smart, tough private detective like you. Would they?
Yeah, you're probably right, Jackers. Nobody would believe it. I mean, you look just too ordinary looking and too dumb looking.
Well, sure I am. Sure. Well, I'll be seeing you, Mr. Hammer.
Not if I see you first, Jackers.
Not you see me first.